So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazycatlady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment.
Alright, hi everybody, Martha got done watching America Born in China. So, it was a great show. Why do they always have to do Journey to the West stuff? I liked it, but I like the fact that even they pointed out at the very end of the show that... So, spoilers. Go ahead and watch the show, since I get yelled at, even for stuff that I get told to tell you guys that even things are like 7 years old. Since not everybody's watched everything. I watched. So, this is about the Journey to West storyline, told in a different style. Since pretty much a lot of animes are, but this anime is an actual. This is filmed practically in a lot of kung fu stuff and karate or Taekwondo or whatever style they're using in this. Loved the style, whatever style it was. I loved it. Pretty much anytime it went back to the high school story, I was like toned out, like waiting for it to come back. So basically, if I have any hard time saying any of the characters' names in this, I'm gonna call them by their other characters' names that I think that they are, and this, and I'll make sure to identify who I think is which one. Okay, or maybe I'll just say who the actor is, if I can say it right. If I don't say it right, I might end up saying somebody from a different movie or TV show that they have been before. So hopefully, if you guys need to know who I'm talking about, leave it down in the comment down below, and I will tell you who the hell I'm talking about in typing. Okay? Alright, so we got Jin, who I pretty much think in this version, if I'm not wrong, since he is the one that has a normal life, and it wants to continue on living his normal life, and just normal person. There's not, as far as I know, there's no fourth squirrel in Dragon Ball, because this is what it's the only anime I watch that's based on this. So, he's either Krillin or he's Trunks. So, but Jin's easy to say since it's the same exact name from Lost. So I should be able to remember how to say his name, but those are the characters that he remind me of. So yeah. And in Dragon Ball. And then we have let me go and okay. Wang Chen, who is basically, to me, Gohan, since he is the son of the Monkey King, who, remember, that is technically, if you watch Dragon Ball, that is Goku. So I'm just going to call that guy the Monkey King. And there's also, we have the Bull Demon, who I think would be Gigi's dad from Dragon Ball. And then we got the girl who she's dating, but she's not the Bull Demon's daughter, but we know that the way they act, by the way um way Chen treats her like he's his mom, and the way I think she actually fights better than Gigi actually. Because you let's see, let's find out that character's name. See if I can say it right. Here we go. Gina G Gun N, and she makes sure that she is the one that takes care of Wayne, the Chen Wang, and she has probably the best fighting moves. And even after he steals the necklace from them, thinking that's the fourth scroll, and finding out later that's actually Jen in it instead. After he ends up picking up the staff, which is basically Goku's staff from Dragon Ball. And then we have Freddy Wrong, who's just basically plays a stereotype from like those reality shows, those comedy shows basically. And if you guys don't know, if you have not watched Goonies or Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, he is was in both of those. He in Temple of Doom, he played Short Round. Yeah, he's definitely not a little kid anymore. and that's basically his story is in this, is to represent, because what happens to Jin in this during like episode 2, a door hits him and he walks into a trash can and he hits jumps at the trophy once, and then somebody records one of his not friends has a fake fan hit him, and one of those meme videos, and then Freddie Wong, the one who says it in this show, the one who Short Round plays, says, "What could go wrong?" So yeah, and then we have the one who plays Sun Wuhan, who plays the demon. He's the Goku, Monkey King, and he's the dad. Wang Chen, and he has to make sure that his son pays for his mistakes and stuff like that. And so, yeah. And then we have another character. We have Jen's parents, who are going through a little fight. We got Simon and Christina. Simon is played by the guy who was in 2 movies that you might recognize him from. He was in Dark Knight. He's the one that owns the bank that Batman kidnaps in China and brings back to Gotham so he can face his consequences. And the one who Joker breaks out of jail and delivers to the gates. And then he's also in the new Mortal Kombat movie where he plays the main bad guy. So yeah, there you go. And we also got the Bull King, like I said. He looks familiar, but I don't know what show he's from. But he's the one that is the bad guy in this and takes the staff away from them, and also wants the fourth scroll, because the fourth scroll is not something that I guess not many people know about, not many people believe in the show. So yeah, and so my favorite episode I would say about this is when they're in heaven. And we see like other characters that would probably be represented in this show that are technically characters from Dragon Ball Z 2. I know this is technically another book. I found out when I was looking for pictures to put on this thing, that this is technically its own show, its own comic book or whatever, its own manga. But I never read that one, so I don't know that story and how So I'm just going by a thing I have watched. So I am sorry. So we got, I see Piccolo and Miss Rochi here is definitely in this. And because we have one with green screen, and we have an old man that acts as very horny. So yeah. And he is stealing the staff away from the guy who is basically Master Roshi during this episode, and keeps it, and then he like acts as all funny with it, and like acts all joyful and then stuff like that. And no, actually he steals it from Piccolo, but he still acts as still for all joyful and stuff like that. And his friend, the Bull King, does not like how he's behaving, and like the fact that he actually stole the staff from somebody. So he wants to actually keep it after for a while and actually have control over it. And this time around, because they had a fight, and then his son's roped into it, and he almost loses son One King. And so he ends up almost dying in this, but Simon and Christina end up giving him some medicine that Christina got from one of those Chinese like from Chinatown. And it has like China cream in there, and then that shop's going out of business because inflation sucks nowadays. So yeah, she ends up trying to sell all the stuff and end up buying it from them, and to help them to keep their shop open. And so she's making sure everything gets sold and stuff like that, so they don't end up going out. So they don't end up closing down. And so she ends up giving them, after Wei Shen buys it and gives it back to them. And they make like his guardian, like it blesses it, and it made it where Sun Yu Kane drinks it after he gets hurt, and he is all better now. And so he can actually help them and get the staff back and take it back to heaven. And so after Jen pulls it out of the ground and beat the fourth scroll. So it's a really good show, guys. Go watch it on Disney Plus. There's gonna be a second season. Let's make sure it happens, because I want to know if Christina and Simon are okay after see who kidnaps them at the very end. The Princess Iron Fan, she ends up kidnapping Jen's parents at the very end. And so yeah, so there's one more thing I want to talk about for the Disney Dreamlight Valley game. After first, let's score the show. Now I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of 10. The moves in here are really great. Only thing I didn't really like about it, I didn't really care about it, is probably the stupid high school drama stuff. I can care less. I think that high school stuff should not have been in this really that much. Like they kept on going back to it, and I just don't care for those type of people who tell you to go and dress. I don't mind dressing him as Pikachu, but the thing that he did was dress as Pikachu, like interrupt public TP a bear, and then film it. Then he doesn't get arrested for it, and also he doesn't get arrested for stealing that jacket at the very beginning of the show. What? Jen, you should be in jail or doing some kind of community service or something. But yeah, so that's basically it. I just really wish they did not. I think they went back to the high school life way too many times. I know it's part of the show. It makes sense for her to be there since Jen's a normal kid, but I just really wish it was just focused on way too much. So yeah. And so, let me see. Where's his other friend? The one that helped him during this. The other one. And the one that used to be his friend. Where he got the Pikachu onesies from. I think it's Andy. Who he ends up getting it from. Because it's the only one that looks similar to him. So that's basically it. So yeah. So let me pull. Okay, I'm gonna pause it so I can find it on Twitter apparently, since they don't have it by itself. Alright, I couldn't find the picture by itself, so sorry that I took it from. So guys, that's the show. If you guys enjoyed this review, I love this show. Go watch it. It's a really great show. It, I think it does, talks about the movie, talks about the story very well. Highlights other highlights other shows that talked about the story before. Have fun watching this show. Like, favorite, and subscribe. Crazycatlady out.